How's it going, YouTube? Timothy himself, Slickwick here. Thanks for tuning in. Today we'll answer a simple question. Is Ghost Recon Breakpoint finally good? When this game first came out, it had a lot of bugs and issues at launch, one of which being a leveling system, which when you're trying to make like a tactical military sim shooter type game, really doesn't mesh very well. But that's just one of many problems that still plague this game. Ubisoft, I will give them credit where it's due. They have tried to rectify it, and they have brought it back from the dead, so to speak. But there's still a few glaring issues that I like to go over. But simple answer to the question overall, yeah, I think it's a lot better than it was. I'd finally call it good. I wouldn't say it's the best Ghost Recon ever made or the best game ever made or anything crazy like that, but it's definitely got some gems hidden within. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Over 1,300 videos I post every single day. So with that being said, let's get into it. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and rip the band-aid off early. So I kept glitching through fucking mountains and shit. Don't mind that, I'm fucking fried. But kept glitching through fucking mountains and shit, and it made me have to restart the game. Like, it's times where I'm trying to climb over something. They have like this auto climb mechanic that comes default when you start the game. And I never turned it off, so fucking it'll be times where it'll just make me randomly climb over an obstacle and then I'll fall into said obstacle, which is mad fucking irritating. Especially when you're trying to, get content so I can put out stuff like this for you guys. It's mad irritating when I gotta keep restarting the game over and over. It happened to me like 4 different times. You'll see it throughout the video where it kind of tweaks out. It'll just clip over to a different thing. But if you guys are paying attention to what's going on the screen right now, one of the bright sides, we'll rip that band-aid off too. One of the best bright sides, and I mean this is common for Ubisoft, beautiful open world. Sorry if I gave any of you guys like motion sickness or some shit from spinning in circles, just trying to encompass all the beauty of the landscape as it was, the ambiance. Ain't used that one in a minute. I know some of y'all fuck with it. But yeah, but those are like the 2 main pros and cons, I would say. Graphic fidelity's improved, of course, I would hope, except for face models. See, like, it's really, it's a lot of give and take, it's a lot of 2 sides to every story type of vibe going on, because, like, seems like everything I'm saying good, there's something bad, that fucking goes directly against it. Yeah, so there's, like, an invisible wall. That's another thing, like, why the fuck can't I fly in this cave? Like, I get, you guys probably didn't want to make animations for vines tangling around the fucking helicopter rotors, especially with all the foliage and shit that there already is. Got good motion on the grass at least. But yeah, why the fuck can't I go in here? And then even when I tried on foot, it's still like an imaginary wall right there. And yeah, that's pretty fucking lame, I ain't gonna lie. That was like the world's most insane combat role, but fuck it, it works. I think this is where I'm about to clip too. Like literally right after that, yeah, it's right here. Right after that, I fucking clipped through the mountain, and I got stuck inside it. Like, you can see me here trying to swim out and shit, and it wasn't happening. So fucking, yeah, this was restart number 1. And at this point, I was less than 30 minutes into the game and already had to restart. That was fucking ass as fuck, I ain't gonna lie to you. Thanks, Ubisoft. But when the game does play, it's pretty fun. The gameplay loop's nice. You guys can see here they added new menus. No rebels in this game so far. I haven't played it all the way through, so take everything I'm saying here with a grain of salt. Of course, I'm always upfront and honest with you guys. try to pride myself on that. But yeah, they added new menus, no rebels, so no rebel reinforcements. The good old drones back. You can see right here they got a new mechanic where you can like lay down and camouflage yourself by applying the environment, for lack of a better term. Kind of like a makeshift ghillie type of vibe. But I think that's pretty fire. Like, it's a lot of cool little trinkets and stuff they added in. Sync shot came back, but now they've added the addition to where instead of just the 3 shots you could set up in Wildlands and games before, in addition to yourself being a shooter, you can now deploy 3 drones as well, so you can sync up for a total of 7 shots at the same time, which does come in handy, I'm not going to lie, because there's a lot bigger groups of enemies, and it seems like they're a little bit more well-trained, or I guess in gaming terminology, the AI is a little bit more responsive. That could be just my personal experience, or it could just be because there's a bunch of them to begin with, and gets a little overwhelming at times. But, yeah, new takedown animations. These are fucking fire. They added new melees. Right here I'm using the karambit, I believe is how you pronounce it. And if you got Ubisoft Connect, it's free to have, you feel me? It's always nice to get some free shit. I always hop on every opportunity I can especially when it comes to the AAA market nowadays. But if you got Ubisoft Connect, you get some pretty decent cosmetic stuff, some vehicle camos, little cosmetic equipment items, stuff like that. I think it was a couple of sites in there, and then they have like an in-game currency called scale tokens or scale bucks, scale cash, some shit like that. Fucking Barney bucks, some shit. But fucking oh, that's crazy. Perfect timing. Ubisoft Connect. But fucking god damn it, I hate this shit. It's my ADHD. Bear with me. Oh yeah, you get like for syncing your Ubisoft Connect account or whatever, you get a whole bunch of fucking scale credits. I think that's what they are, scale credits. We'll just call them Barney Bucks though, you feel me? Cause that shit funny. But fucking yeah, sorry it keeps jumping around with the footage so much. Just trying to give you guys like a nice little overview of most of what the game has to offer. Like I said, I haven't played it to completion, so obviously I can't show you guys everything, but tried to get a nice variety, tried to get some different vehicles, some different weapons, some different character customization. You can also customize everybody in your squad. They brought that back. Co-op's a plus, co-op's the same. Yeah, this shit was crazy, bro. They mowed them the fuck down. And that's another thing I can say. The leveling system, I do kind of like the skill tree type of thing they got. They could have made it a lot more simpler like they did in Wildlands if you guys have played that. But even for the convoluted Ubisoft skill bush fucking skill tower that it is, it gets the job done, you know. It's got some cool little novelties in there, for lack of a better term. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's not terrible. The game's not terrible. Like, graphically, it's nice. I don't like the addition of like I get Scale Tech was supposed to be like the fucking nice little takedown. The fucking takedown animations are smooth too. I think I said that already. Don't mind me, but fucking, oh yeah, Scale Tech. They're fucking in Wildlands. They were like the high tech is like a high tech security firm that has like contracts with the defense state in game, in the game's universe. But here, okay, spoilers ahead if you haven't played yet, but fucking they've kind of like taken over the island, so as it were, or so to say. they've kind of like turned it into like a high-tech utopia type of thing. But with that comes the addition of many forms of technological adversity for you as a player, but the most annoying of which I find to be the scout drones that are like every fucking where. Now, I have seen some videos and different things on Google and shit like that where it says you can turn down the frequency at which you see them, but what you can't turn down the frequency of, I believe, is a special enemy type called a fucking behemoth, and it's literally just like a fucking big ass robot, bro, like a fucking juggernaut robot spider, and it fucking with the literally, this is a perfect way to explain it. With the habitat we're in, if anybody remembers that scene from fucking The Incredibles when I forget what was his name? It was Incrediboy, but not Syndrome. That fucking big ass spider thing that the nigga had. It gives those kind of vibes. But further in as far as things the game does well, wildlife, that's another one that's always a big plus in Ubisoft. They also added in the addition of emotes, like additional emotes or additional commands for your squad mates. So like if you want to be somebody that's a little bit more tactical or precise, they have more like precise commands. Like instead of enemy right there, they have sniper, they have assault gunner, juggernaut. You feel me? You can do like different call outs for specific enemy archetypes. The leveling system, I know I already talked about it, but it's very liberal, at least in the beginning. I don't know if this is another Assassin's Creed Valhalla situation for any of you guys that played that, where like you can kind of level up pretty quick in the beginning, and then towards the end it starts getting real tedious where you have to go do like 50 different side quests just to level up enough to complete the main story, which I'm hoping isn't the case here. But at least so far what I've played through has been pretty easy to level up. Got to level 10 within like my first 2 hours of playtime. The environments are pretty good as well. Everything's constructed pretty good. It's kind of like a high-tech utopia, like I was saying earlier, so you will find a lot of cookie-cutter areas. I mean, that's also a normal one for Ubisoft. If anybody played any of the open-world Assassin's Creed, you know what I'm talking about when you get kind of like the same bases and shit like that. They added in kind of like a survival element to it where you gotta damage, like, you gotta damage markers for different parts of your body. I guess hit markers for different parts of your bodies would be the best way to say it. And fucking, as you seen a couple seconds ago, you gotta like bandage it up. But there's different types of medical supplies. You got syringes, which is kind of like stems, bandages, all types of shit. I was kind of just getting a feel for the runaround right here, kind of fucking with my camera angles, because a lot of the default settings on the game, that's a negative. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that one out there while we're talking about environments and just say fuck that for the time being, because all that pales in comparison to the fact that fucking the fucking settings that come default on Ghost Recon Wildlands on Wildlands are a lot different than in Breakpoint. So fucking it was very irritating and tedious having to go through and fucking change everything, including the camera angle. That's why I said we'll put everything else on the back burner, because if you can't see, you can't fucking play. That's kind of why I was running around in circles there to test the camera angle, because I kind of panned it out a little bit further to see what it was in for. Also, instead of safe houses to add to like the survival element, they kind of added in these little, I don't know how to fucking say it, bivouac, something like that, bivouac, where you can fucking pitch camp, as you see me doing right here, and then they got different shit you can craft, you can gear up for your missions, you can fucking, add little, like, XP boosters, I guess. Not really XP, but, like, little boosters to your physical traits and stats. They brought back the HVT system, as you see here. Helicopters are a little bit more engaging. Like I was saying, the AI seems like it has a little bit better of a grasp for military tactics. Like, you can see here the helicopter. If anybody play Wildlands, you know the helicopter just kind of flies in circles and it's pretty easy to pick off. This one flies around you and tries to like flank and get better angles. When you got HVTs, of course you can interrogate them, knock them out, or do what I'm doing here and kind of just run the Black Ops 6 beta and use them as a human shield. Especially, that's real good to come in handy when you're facing like helicopters or juggernauts or like wolves, the higher ranking enemies. Yeah, that's another thing. They got like higher ranking enemies. It kind of makes it feel just a little bit like a RPG. But I mean, once again, I can't say it enough, can't stress it enough. It's Ubisoft, so what do we really expect? But a lot of the stuff, if you like Wildlands, a lot of stuff that drew you to that will draw you to this as well. Not much in the way of innovation, with that being said, other than they kind of just pulled a Call of Duty when they dropped Advanced Warfare and just kind of said, fuck it, make everything sciencey and high tech. Which, I mean, like, it's a cool premise. I'm like, it's not like it's never worked or never been done well, or was not even like it wasn't done well here. There goes that fucking spider thing I'm talking about, bro. That shit is crazy as fuck, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's not literally like the ball. It looks more like something from Halo. I forget what the fuck it's called in Halo. The fucking tank, though. You know what I'm talking about, the tank with the 4 tracks on it. I think it was Halo 2, unless I'm tripping. It was one of the other ones. Don't blast me, y'all. It's been a minute since I hopped on Halo. But, yeah, bro. That shit, I don't even remember what the fuck I was about to say, bro, because that fucking spider thing, you see how it just blew me out the fucking air? Yeah, I was saying, it's not like it wasn't done well here. It's just been done so much. It's just so cliche. It's just, like, creatively bankrupt. It's like, fuck it, once we run out of good ideas, we're just gonna make this shit sci-fi. But I digress. Overall, I give the game like a decent score. It's not god awful, but yeah.